This is going to be your guide to getting rare and valuable Pokemon in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Let's start off with Rotom. So if you set your game time to night, you go to the old chateau, you check on the TV. Once you get the national dex, then you can find Rotom inside of it. GG easy, just like that. There are a few interesting things about it. Rotom has a decent catch rate. It's not super high, but it's also not super low, so you can get it with a quick ball. And even if you don't have a quick ball, you can still catch it first try on the Dusk Ball. But let's see how it works. Another interesting thing about Rotom is that it is level 15, and it is a Ghost-type Pokemon, so you can't just go out and false swipe it, and if you bring, like, post-game team, you're gonna have a hard time weakening it. But I have found success that all you have to do is just, like, throw the Dusk Ball, and you can still catch it because the catch rate isn't awful. Now, I know there is going to be some, smartass in the comments that's like, well, Force Swipe plus False Swipe is available in the game, and you can use that to false swipe the Rotom down to 1 health. Or you just throw a Dusk Ball. Oh yeah, side note, I had to reset the game and catch Rotom again because I had the wrong synchronized Pokemon in my party. Rotom is pretty good with a Modest or Timid nature. I went Modest, can't go wrong with that, saves a step in the breeding. After that, you get the secret key, and they can use the secret key in the Galactic base to unlock the forms for Rotom. Also, the location for Rotom in the old chateau is that you go over one door on the 2nd floor, and then that's where you find the TV room. So what you do is you go to the Eterna City Galactic building, and then you go right here in this corner, and that's where you use the secret key, and that brings you to the appliance room, where Rotom will take over one of the appliances. And because we're in modern Pokemon, all you need to do is interact with all of the appliances to add it to the Rotom catalog, and then you can freely change Rotom from your key item slot instead of by going to the building every time. So make sure you add all of those to your catalog, and then you can switch around your Rotom forms. It's actually pretty neat. You just use it on a Rotom, then you can go for whatever you want, and it forgets the signature move and learns the new one. Neat. Now, if you want to get Spiritomb, you need to head on over to Route 208, which is going to be just west of Hearthome City, and then you talk to this guy right here in the corner. He gives you an odd keystone, and then he actually tells you how to get Spiritomb. Go to Route 209, that's where the tower is, head to the Grand Underground, listen to the Stone Pillar, talk to Spelunkers. So, when you go to the Grand Underground, there's going to be NPC players that you talk to, and if you talk to 32 unique NPC players, then you're going to be able to find Spiritomb at the Hallowed Tower, which is going to be just south of Solaceon Town. Now, checking on the Hallowed Tower will show you the progress of how many people you have talked to for getting Spiritomb. So if we go over here, it's a Hallowed Tower. Is that crying from the inside? That's ominous, but apparently that means I've only found 15 to 21 people, and then eventually that will encounter Spiritomb. Now, if you spend a lot of time in the Grand Underground doing digging, you can find more odd keystones. So you catch Spiritomb, resets, you need to put in a new odd keystone, talk to 32 people, and it goes on. Or you just breed it. That's something you can do to get more Spiritomb as well. I've been talking about Ditto a lot, so let's talk about how to get Ditto. Now, Ditto can be found in Stargleam Caverns in the Grand Underground, so the place that has a lot of the crystals and stuff. And since it's a normal type Pokemon, if you have normal type statues, you can increase its chance of spawning. It does seem pretty rare, but I have encountered a few of them. I was mostly here to get like synchronized Pokemon because you can find Ralts, Natu, and Kadabra down here. So there is a bit of, grinding if you want to go for a single Ditto. However, there's also Dexnav, which is the traditional way that you get Ditto in Diamond and Pearl. So on Route 218 to the east of Canalave City, this is going to be the patch of grass where you find Rotom, and it's going to be through the Poke Radar. So now it's Poke Radar mechanics. I'm going to be doing guides for everything in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so check the description, it might already be out. Notification, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And then we can just kind of keep optimizing it. So the Poke Radar is mostly going to be for shiny Pokemon, but also finding certain rare Pokemon. That wasn't Ditto, so we have to break the chain. Then we have to run around for 50 steps, and that's going to refresh the Poke Radar. Then we want to go into the center, and then we want to use it again. And then hopefully we eventually stumble into a Ditto. Then we start chaining it. That's going to be the good thing about finding Ditto through the Poke Radar, is that even though it's kind of rare, once you finally find it, you start chaining it, and then you can get multiple Dittos. That's also why I recommend going for synchronized Pokemon. And I just talked about where you can find some synchronized Pokemon. By getting synchronized natures, you can use that, and then you can have all the Ditto, and then you're set up for breeding. So everything just kind of comes together in this game. The fun thing about Ditto, low catch rate. So you kind of get in a weird situation where your synchronized Pokemon, probably not the most optimal Pokemon for battling. I guess giving Kadabra Thunder Wave could kind of work out, but also just something that can do similar. Actually, no, it's not worth doing the Kadabra Thunder Wave because you're going to have a different synchronized for all of them, or you can just catch Dittos randomly. It's kind of a mess. Also, if you play at night, then you can use Dusk Balls for the better catch rate than an Ultra Ball. Also, side note about catch rate. Remember that the Dusk Ball was nerfed in Generation 7 onwards, and the Repeat Ball was buffed in Generation 7 onwards. So the Repeat Ball is going to be better while using the Poke Radar and also going for multiple of a Pokemon. So after you get your first Ditto, preferably through a Quick Ball because it's just really good catch rates, then you can use the Repeat Ball to farm Ditto that way. Like I said, side note, just make sure you're doing everything optimally, especially if you're like going for the crazy Ditto chain. Now, unfortunately, the Poke Radar isn't really that great for getting IVs. So at this time, like, IV Dittos don't really seem like the way to go. It's mostly going to be for Natures because the odds are worse for continuing a chain in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl compared to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So again, that's going to be on the Poke Radar guide. Either way, good luck, have fun. Now, even though this sounds weird, Meowth is a rare and valuable Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl, also Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because it's the only Pokemon that has access to Payday, and it can only be found in the Trophy Garden and its National Dex backlot. So, you talk to this dude, and he talks about Pokemon that are available every day. And after talking to Backlot, he will tell a story about a Pokemon he encountered, and that is the Pokemon that will appear in the garden. So in the original Diamond and Pearl games, you could soft reset it, and I can't test if it's still soft resettable in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl because I time skipped to nighttime to catch Rotom earlier, and it seems like I'm just stuck on Jigglypuff. I time skipped a day ahead, I time skipped 24 hours ahead, and I'm still getting the Jigglypuff. Now there is like some weirdness where people are getting the ability to time skip backwards and get some effects, but other than that, it seems like the game just locks you out for 24 hours. So yeah, it does look like changing the time will lock you out from soft resetting Mr. Backlot for 24 hours. Your results may vary, but we're still trying to figure out how the clock works in the games. Then we can just also head on over to the Bulbapedia article, where it does say the counter is not reset at midnight, but after 24 hours. So don't think like, oh man, it's 11:58. If I talk to Mr. Backlot and I talk to him again, I'm going to get 2 rare Pokemon to encounter. It is possible to have Backlot mention a different Pokemon simply by soft resetting. Again, depending on the timer and how you're manipulating it, your results may vary. The last 2 Pokemon placed in the garden at any given time will remain available until more Pokemon are placed in the garden. So that means, like, let's say one day you get an Eevee, the next day you get a Ditto. You can find both Eevee and Ditto. So Cast Form is another rare, hard to find Pokemon, Plusle, Minun, etc. But it's mostly going to be Porygon, Eevee, Ditto, Chansey. Or maybe it's always Jigglypuff the first time, then you have to wait for 24 hours until you can soft reset it. I don't know. After that, there is a 5% chance for that Pokemon to spawn. Now, if you want to skip the shenanigans of getting an Eevee from Mr. Backlot and all the timing and stuff, BB will give you an Eevee once you get the National Dex. The interesting thing about this Eevee is that it is not shiny locked. Now, that is a 1 in 4,000 chance that shiny, and it's probably still slower to soft reset this than find Eevees elsewhere, or just straight up Masuda method. But side little note, fun thing. So you can find BB in Heart Home City. It's going to be to the right of the Pokemon Center. She's right next door. There you go, free Eevee. Now you can breed it with the Ditto we got earlier and then get all the cool evolutions and stuff. And I think that's going to be it for this video. Mostly like rare-ish and utility Pokemon to kind of start out right now. I'm going to be doing guides on the rare underground Pokemon, rare spawns, all kinds of other stuff like that. But if you go for these Pokemon, as soon as you beat the game, you are going to be set up for success. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.